The real story of the Vikings is far more fascinating than the legends of horned helmets and fearsome warriors. Step beyond the myths, and you'll discover a world that is complex, deeply human, and full of surprises. The Vikings were more than just raiders. They were farmers, traders, explorers, and poets, people with dreams and struggles of their own. Their journey began in the cold, rugged lands of Scandinavia, what we now call Denmark, Norway, and Sweden. Their harsh landscape shaped them into resilient, resourceful people, deeply connected to nature. The word Viking meant to go on an expedition, usually by sea. Their society was built around chieftains and powerful families, where loyalty was everything. They worshipped gods as fierce and unpredictable as their world. Driven by need, ambition, and new shipbuilding technology, they set sail, changing history forever. The key to the Viking world was the longship. More than just a boat, it was a masterpiece of engineering. Built with overlapping planks and iron rivets, every curve was designed for strength and speed. These ships could cross the open Atlantic or slip up shallow rivers. With both sail and oars, they were fast, agile, and could reverse direction in an instant. This made them perfect for exploration, trade, and lightning raids. Longships were works of art, often adorned with dragon heads to inspire fear. For the most powerful, the ship became a tomb, carrying their spirit into the afterlife. Each longship was a symbol of status, community, and the Vikings' mastery of the sea. Life in a Viking village was centered around the longhouse. This was a long, narrow building that housed not just one family, but an entire extended household, including relatives, workers, and sometimes even livestock. Recent excavations of Viking settlements, like the one at Jorvik in York, England, give us a detailed picture. The longhouses were built from timber frames with walls of wattle and daub or turf. A single long room was divided into sections. A fire pit in the center provided warmth, light, and a place to cook. Smoke escaped through a simple hole in the thatched roof, making the inside a dim and constantly smoky environment. Daily life followed the rhythm of the seasons. For most Norse people, life was about farming. They grew crops like barley, oats, and rye, and raised cattle, sheep, and pigs. In the summer, the days were long, filled with hard work in the fields, fishing, and maintaining the homestead. The diet was simple but hearty. It consisted of flatbread, porridge, stews made from vegetables and meat, and a soured milk cheese called skyr. They drank ale or mead. Food had to be preserved for the harsh winter months by drying, salting, or smoking. Every member of the family had a role to play, from the youngest child to the oldest elder. Family and community were the bedrock of Norse society. Women in the Viking Age held a surprising amount of authority, especially compared to other European cultures of the time. While the men were away trading or raiding, the women managed the farms and the households. They were the keepers of the keys, a symbol of their control over the home's resources. They could own property, inherit land, and seek a divorce. The sagas, the epic stories of the Norse, are filled with powerful female characters who are just as cunning and influential as the male heroes. This was a partnership born of necessity in a demanding world. Beyond the daily grind, the Vikings had a rich cultural life. They were skilled craftspeople, creating beautiful jewelry from silver and amber, and carving intricate patterns into wood and bone. They loved stories, and in the long dark evenings of winter, they would gather around the fire to listen to a storyteller, a skald, recite epic poems about gods, giants, and heroic ancestors. They played board games like Nefertafel, a strategy game similar to chess. These activities bonded the community together, reinforcing their shared history, values, and beliefs, and providing entertainment and meaning in a life that was often short and hard. The Viking Age was defined by movement. Driven by a thirst for land, wealth, and fame, Norse explorers pushed the boundaries of the known world. They were not just raiders, but shrewd traders and settlers, establishing trade networks from North America to Central Asia. Around the year 1000, Leif Erikson sailed west and landed in North America, centuries before Columbus. Archaeological evidence at L'Anse aux Meadows in Newfoundland proves their presence. Conflict was central to the Viking Age. Their raids were brutal and effective, but warfare was also about politics and power. The Viking legacy is all around us, in language, cities, and culture. They were a complex people whose courage and curiosity left an indelible mark on history. Their spirit of adventure still calls to us today, reminding us to explore, to question, and to dream beyond the horizon. The saga of the Vikings is far from over. Will you be part of the next chapter?